guys, this is Solomon Demons, and today we're gonna be talking about the Jackson Dinky Professionals. And this is not a review of this guitar in specific, and like I said, this is a video where we're gonna be learning a little bit more about the history of the Jackson Dinky Professional series. A couple of months ago, a friend of mine called me and he told me, "Hey man, I need some guidance about getting a new guitar. As you know, I'm an intermediate guitar, and my budget is less than $1,000, but I want something with good craftsmanship, good hardware, and good electronics." And I was straight to him, "Hey man, get a Jackson Dinky Pro, a Jackson Dk2 Pro. As you know, that's my main guitar. That's what I take to rehearsals, that's what I take to shows. Everything that I gotta play on is standard. This is the guitar that I use when I gotta use it live." And at that moment, that phone call made me realize that the Jackson Dinky Professionals had been on the market for 30 years. And yes, that's why I'm making this video.
Okay, so the Jackson Professional series started as a way to offer Jackson production models. Up until 1989, all Jackson guitars were custom shop guitars that were made in the USA. So in 1990, the Charbel and Jackson Company introduced the USA series and the Japanese Professional series, which had a forerunner in the Charbel Professional series. The Japanese luthiers were taught by their US counterparts on how to make the Jackson Professional series guitars. And these luthiers were so good at their job that the Japanese Professional series guitars were known as being just as good as the USA series. So label it as a Jackson Fusion Professional from 1990 to 1992 and as a Jackson Dinky Fusion Professional from 1992 to 1996. And eventually in the catalog of 1997, Jackson labeled it the DK1 for the Dinkies made in the USA for the USA series, and DX2 for the Professional series made in Japan. And it is in the catalog of 1999 that we get the first Dk2, the first Jackson Dk2. Now this model wasn't labeled as professional, but still was made in Japan. And this is because Jackson were dropping the professional logo from the Jackson Professional models and leaving them just with the Jackson logo on it, and the guitars that were made in USA, those were the ones that were going to have a small decal in the headstock under the Jackson logo that states that the guitar is made in USA. Now in 2006, Jackson introduced the definitive Dk2 Pro model, and these ones are made from alder body with a maple top. The fingerboard is rosewood with 24 frets. You can also get it on maple neck, and the pickups are the classic configuration of Seymour Duncan JB and Seymour Duncan Jazz with a licensed Jackson Floyd Rose. Now this guitar was called the Dk2M, and this guitar had a few variants: the Dk2S that had a sustainer pickup on the neck, the Dk2T, a string through body Dinky with adjustable to pneumatic bridge, and the Dk2FF that was a Dinky with an Avalon flame inlay on the neck, the Dk2FS, a Dinky with a Firestorm boost switch for extra gain. Over the years we had a few variations. Some of them came with EMG pickups. Eventually they upgrade the Floyd Rose to a 2000 ST, and now they are coming with a 1000 Floyd Rose. But the definitive change that they keep until today on the Dk2 Pro models is that the guitar comes with an alder body with a maple top. Now Jackson stopped making guitars in Japan in 2010, and then they moved the production of Jackson Dk2 Professionals, Dk2 Pros, to Mexico because Jackson was now part of Fender, and Fender have their import plant for the ones that used to call Fender Mexican Standard series that eventually came the Player series on Mexico. And this plant is really famous to make quality instruments, quality guitars, bolt-on construction guitars. And I think that this was the right move from Fender, because I think that even if the Fender plant in Mexico was famous to make Stratocasters, they were the right people to give the responsibility to make these super strats from Jackson. Now in 2020, Jackson introduced the Jackson Ash modern guitars that are focused for modern players. And we have our Dinky model here too. This is called the Dk2 Modern Ash. These guitars are currently in production, but these guitars didn't replace the Jackson Dk2 Mexican series. The Ash Modern just become another variant of the family of the Dk2 Pro series.
Alright guys, so like I said at the beginning of this video, this is my main guitar. This is my first option anytime that I gotta go out and play on a show, on a rehearsal. And like I said, Korean made, Japanese made, Mexicans, you know, these guitars are so great. I love them. These guitars are cheap use. You always get your JB and your jazz pickup. So remember, just do your research before you get the guitar, and if you can play it before you purchase it, that's even better. So this was all about Solomonic Demons. Thank you so much. Hope everyone liked this video. Please thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Bye.